On yeah? Right, listen guys, I'm just going to tell you a few pointers on some basic prep for re-skimming a room. So if you look around this room, this is a very basic lounge that's getting replastered. We've overboard the ceiling, beaded all the edges up with a board end bead, and I'm going to show you about them board end beads in another video. But yeah, all the walls, right, are going to be getting plastered again. Now, I'm going to point out some things that people don't know all the time, or customers, if you ship your paper, you might be thinking, oh God, do you know what I mean? Right, check this out. So if you look on this wall, you see all these little hairline cracks here. Yeah? Now there's two ways to deal with this. Now, I'll be deadly serious with you, yeah? Once you've PVA'd it and skimmed it, they ain't coming back. These are hairline cracks, like these are literally ones that are like, you're plastering over them and it's just gonna fill them in and then it's just gonna be smooth and it won't come back. These are hairline cracks. When you get like a major crack, there's any in here to show you, but I'll tell you where they usually do appear. Spin round. If you've got a crack coming out here, that's a standard crack, what I would expect. One coming out there, standard crack that I would expect. It's a stress point on the wall. Doors, windows, that's where the cracks usually come from. On staircases, it's in the top corner because the house moves a little bit over the years. But these little hairline ones you see here, don't worry about them. Now, some people, they use skimming, bonding mixed together, called a magic mix, and they put mesh in it and skim the full wall. Now, you can do that as well, but again, it's just time consuming and it's another job. But literally, I've skimmed thousands of walls like this, Just PVA them up, re-skim them. These hairline cracks don't come back. They don't come back through. So don't worry if you ship your wall and you see loads of these here. As long as it's a solid wall, as long as it's solid, you're laughing. If you happen and it's hollow, then it's gonna blow anyway. You don't want it. But if it's solid like that, it's rock hard, mate. Hurt me knuckle that. So that's sound. PVA, skim that, not a problem. What we do with some of the ones that we see that are a little bit more open than a hairline crack, we just put scrim tape on it. So like one here, come over mate. One here, just put a scrim tape on it. It's a sound crack that anyway, but it's just one of them, we just seen it and thought, yeah, we'll put a thing on it just to make it a little bit stronger. But like I say, we're not going to put a full wall. Another thing I'm going to show you is on window reveals, when you're re-beading them. So these type of houses, standard semi-detached houses in Leeds or wherever you are, they'll have it, even terraced houses. It's a common house, it's early 1900s house, and this is how they used to build them. This is how it worked. So one coat plastering system straight over the top with timber beads, every corner around it. So I'm going to show you. If you come over, can I see one exposed? Do one exposed, is there?
Bit there.
Well, God, I can't see them, can I? Come here. I've got one of them, have I? Right, if you come here anyway, I'll show you how I can take that bit out. But basically, right, these are old wood timber beads, right, on here. So what we've done, what you always need to do is when you put your angle bead on, like this, is tape each side of it. Tape each side of it, acts like as a mesh corner, basically. It makes it stronger because the timber can expand and shrink, causing it to crack. So if you put the mesh on, it just makes it a bit stronger when it's skimmed all here. Do you know what I mean? So if it expands a little bit, it holds it really tight and together. The chances of that cracking now are like 99 times out of 100, it won't crack ever. You'll never get a hairline crack or like that. But if it does expand, then it'll obviously, sometimes wood, it goes so much it can crack it. So yeah, if you're gonna go over a timber bead, so if you remove them from chimney breasts, corners, angles, you will have a timber bead inside, like a round dowel bit that goes from top to bottom, and that's what they used to use as their level to work to when they were floating up. So you just put an angle bead on it and mesh. That's it, and you sound. What else I need to think of in here? That's a standard thing. Skirting line. So when you pull these old skirting boards off, you're usually going to, damage underneath and pull a bit of the bottom off. But it's fine. All you need to do is just fill it back in. Don't worry about this here. It's just a shrinkage crack again with a bonding, because you just whack it in and rule it off. That's it. You don't mess about with troweling it up into the wall. It's still on there, still solid. It's going nowhere. And literally now we PVA over all that and skim down to it. Sockets, always remove them away from the walls. That's away from the wall and taped up around it. That's sound. That means I can get a trowel in around it enough so that I don't want to take it all the way off, because they're a nightmare to get back on. So I just take it enough so that when I'm troweling, I can go into there, and then I can use my little scraper, go around it when I'm finished, and then take the tape off, screw it back on, it's done. That's it. That's literally how you do it. Drop a light pendant. A way that I usually board around these light pendants, which they're more like, you never done that before, have you?
No.
Cut the board in half. So measure how long you need the board to be anyway, right? And then what you do then is just cut the board down the middle. Obviously you can't cut it that way because it needs to hit the joist, but you can cut it straight down the middle. Put one side up, notch it out, put the other side up, sticks up to it, butts up perfect, screw it in, it's done. That's it. What you do is when you cut it down the middle, just put a pencil mark in the middle, make sure your pencil lines mark up, at least you know then you're at the same length as well. Easy stuff, just basic standard stuff when it comes to doing a reskim room like this. Board the ceiling, skim the walls and the ceiling. That's a standard living room or a standard bedroom job, that's what it is. But yeah, that's it, easy as, skim it. Also a thing that I missed off, right? See these little bits of backing paper here? These little tiny bits here? Listen, don't worry about that. PVA and skim over it. I know people go, oh no paper at all. Listen man, that is not going to make a difference to the skimming on this wall. It's not going to fail it, it's not going to do anything. However, a bit that big is not, you can't keep that on, you can't skim over that. I'll take this and I'll take that, I'll take that. Believe me, you can't skim over that. But bits like this, little bits like that, mate, it's no problem. Once the PVA's gone on and it's set and all that, it's solid. It's rock hard, it's not going nowhere. It's like a paper mache wall, you know what I mean? But it's cushy. So don't worry about messing about getting little bits like that off. You don't need to. PVA it, skim it, easy as, cushy.